How's it going, guys? It's Burgas here and welcome to another Rise of Kingdom video. Today we're going to talk about something the strangest beginner mistake that I personally didn't know actually exist in Rise of Kingdom. You know, my background is playing years and years in kingdom building games, but I was not so sure is this thing going to exist in Rise of Kingdom or not. And yeah, we're going to talk about the mistakes or the strangest beginner mistakes that you can achieve. Now, one of the things in Rise of Kingdom is that some players lose before they even start playing. They create the account, pick a kingdom, begin grinding, and already fall behind. Now, this is, it's looking like a blah 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 thing, but it's actually true. It's actually true. Even right now, I'm a little behind, but I'm a spender. I'm going to catch up. With what I have to catch up. Let's start from there. And the thing is, starting fast is not the same as starting smart. Most beginners think the goal is to walk in and rush buildings immediately. But strong starts are not only about speed, they are about positioning. A random start can put you behind organized group from the first hour. So I think some of the players are start understanding what I'm trying to say in this video is organization before you actually start playing Rise of Kingdom. And to be fair, this is the thing I didn't know. It's not the only thing. We're going to cover many things in this video, many beginner mistakes, but this is one of the biggest one. Because to be fair, this one is actually deciding how fast is going to be your progress. So just logging in the game and, for example, check it out. Can I actually? Oh my God! For example, Siege is not working. Big mistake. No, this is not actually what we're talking about. It's not about the speed. It's not about putting alarm on your phone or your clock to know this thing is finishing or putting push notification for the game. Here we're talking about the organized groups. And what is the organized groups? This is a group where people gather together, they pick specific server or kingdom. Right now I'm in the kingdom, what kingdom I am? I think 4097. Yeah, 4097 is my kingdom. Right now we have a 4100 or 4100, and people, for example, the leader is looking over the kingdom overview, and he see right now we are 4100. So he decide at 4150 we're going to make a group. We're going to gather people with experience in Rise of Kingdom, and we're going to jump at this point. And he's having 50 servers in time of 50 new servers to be created till his server come, that he specifically pick where his alliance is going to start in. So for the 50, I don't know how much. Sometimes the servers are created faster, sometimes get filled faster, sometimes it's slower. It didn't actually matter, but at the end of the day, he's having a plan that after 50 servers, he's going to enter in Rise of Kingdom, in the kingdom. From there, he starts making campaigns, sharing the project, even in the Discord, in the official Rise of Kingdom Discord. You can see this recruitment, for example, restart project, and one of the thing I see right now is good buddy cosmic hegemony. Day 1 tier 4 confirmed new restart project. Day 1 tier 4 confirmed. So you start you start understand that here we're talking also about some heavy spenders in this alliance. Now what this can actually help you is not only your alliance leaders are going to know what to do, Not only this, but you're going to have some good spenders in your alliance. And from there, you can get some gifts. Now, the rare gifts, you know, it's rare, but you can get 20 minutes, you can get some VIP points, you can get, I mean, there is just so many things. This even gold chest I get here, 24-hour, about the scouting, which is little trash. But anyway, you can get a lot of chests. You can get active players, because the starting project, the players there are hungry. They want to be active. So this is the biggest thing that you can do if you start playing Rise of Kingdom. I started playing before, I don't know, couple days, and I didn't actually know this thing exists, and now I see it exists. Obviously, with my spending, I'm going to catch up, and I'm going to join in the top alliance with the time. I believe I'm going to build some speed. But yeah, it's not that you just join in the game and you start pressing the buildings, the researches, and all these things. You also have to have a strategy behind. And one of the best thing is this: find a group, and, for example, after 50 servers, jump with them. This is a random number, 50 servers. Somebody can write in the comments, this is how fair, or something like this. I really don't know. This is just an example. And when you talk with this type of people in the Discord, you can log in the game just to get the feeling of the game and what to expect when, after 50 servers, you jump with the new project on the map. This is the smartest thing you can actually do. And a random star can put you behind, again, organized groups from the first hour, from the first minute. This is why some accounts feel weaker even when the players are very active. The other thing is the kingdom choice that quietly punishing you. A new kingdom look equal, but it's not equal for everybody. Some players enter with groups, plan roles, Discord, and alliance structure. Like we already said, that Discord to roles, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. I in other kingdom building games, I have entered in this type of groups, and they even have better Discord management from my old alliance. I mean, the alliance where I'm with my end game account. So yeah, so players think they are competitive with beginners, but they are often competing with organized system. This is where the hidden disadvantage begin, and this is the start. Now, I want to talk about something else, and this is why jumper and sleeper groups exist. Here is the thing: when I start playing, I start streaming. You know, I really like to do streaming, so, you know, if you're interested in a Rise of Kingdom and you want to watch my stream and you don't want to miss my stream, it's going to be a good idea to subscribe to this channel. But the point is that I start get questioned. Hey bro, are you going to play a sleeper? Are you going to a sleeper, not jumper? With the discussion, I understand that a jumper and sleeper is actually the same thing. Now, players do not organize like this for fun. They do it because the system actually reward it. And what this thing mean? It mean for a couple days, I'm not so sure here, I didn't actually test it. I want to point out this thing. I didn't test it, but what is my experience with this type of things in other games is you log in, there is a limitation of your city how. Right now I'm level 11, I'm not able to do that, but I think it was like maybe level 7, let's say level 7. You go to level 7, you level up everything else here, you grab all the rewards on the map in form of researches. You can go researches academy, training camps, barracks, everything to be leveled up, and then you do a jump in the completely new server. So the moment you make a jump, somebody's level 1, you're already level 7 with all of the buildings maxed. So this is what I understand from sleeper and jumper. and the first hour decide alliance power, territory control, and who gets accepted into the top groups. This is why those jumping, sleeping, whatever is make it, because you enter in the new kingdom with already huge advantage of couple days, and believe it or not, couple days is a huge advantage. And who is going to accept the top alliance? Somebody who is already level 7, or somebody who is level 1 or maybe level 2. And this level 7 is having like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 to 200,000 power. The other guy is having like 9k power. So you start seeing how these things, how these dynamics actually work in Rise of Kingdom, which is absolutely wild. But it is what it is. We have to adapt. I mean, it's like in life. You evolve and you adapt. So I just want to say a couple words. Now, again, I don't know. I don't know if this thing still exists in Rise of Kingdom and etc. This is some old information that I spoke with some players, and I personally didn't do it, but I have done it in other games, so I know exactly what this mean. The Alliance multiplayer, most players ignore. The Alliance multiplayer, most players are ignoring. Your Alliance is not just a social group. It's your progression engine. The other thing, help, territory, spending, rallies, diplomacy, and kingdom direction all come from your Alliance positioning. Now, the top Alliance positioning is going to have one place or one way of diplomacy. If you're in very small alliance where there's like a couple people inside, you're going to have different way of diplomacy there. But still, the helps of the active alliance, top alliance, majority of the cases, they're the most active players there for sure, and you're going to get fast the helps. Other thing is, if they're like me, spenders, most of them is going to be spenders. There is one thing here, I forgot the name. Yeah, this is the 30-day gem supply. So as you can see, it's having auto help. So the moment you start something, you immediately start getting auto help. This is what I'm doing with my account. I mean, if somebody starts something, I immediately help them without even going and click on the hand for the help and all these things. So this is absolutely crazy, and this is why it's good to be in the top alliance. But the most important thing is players there know what they're doing. They definitely know, and most of the times is this type of groups that I already talked about at the beginning of the video. Now, why soul players get trapped? Finally, let's talk about the soul players. I mean, so far we covered the alliances and all these crazy things. Soul players often protect their freedom early, then regret it later. They avoid organized groups because it feels too serious. And it's true. I mean, imagine if you just want to log in the game and just play casually. This is not actually going to be for you, but in same time you're missing from that. They avoid but later the best alliance are full, power requirements are raised, and the kingdom hierarchy is already formed. Now, what I mean by that is, yeah, you want to be chill gamer, you want to just, you know, play the game, just walk in. Even I get one comment, some dude told me, yo bro, you have to be like 500 half million power till now. And I was like, yo bro, this is the time I have to play. I mean, I don't have a full day to play Rise of Kingdom only. And still, when the alliance get full, or if you don't jump in the top alliance at the beginning, you're missing a lot of bundles, you're missing a lot of speeds, you're missing information that you didn't know that exist. For example, your alliance is organizing something like killing those creatures. They're giving some experience, but also can give you these blueprints. Also some runes that is going to increase your building and research speed. They're extremely active in their development, alliance technology, and all these things. I mean, this is a pro players in the top alliance that is leading those top alliance. If the player is not that good, for sure fast going to recognize he is not good. So you're missing all these tips and tricks that the Alliance is going to give you, all these spenders bundles, all these activities, because the top Alliance are very active. And if you have two accounts that are the same, the one that joined the top Alliance, it may get crazy crazy boost. So even though that you guys was on the same place, at one point this guy, you're not going to be able to reach him. And if you can reach him to catch his power, you cannot replace him in the top Alliance. And from there is coming this problem that you're actually avoiding everything in the beginning. It's too serious, all these things. But when you want to join these alliances, just the requirements are going to be crazy, and the players who was from longer there, they're going to just get all the benefits and all the boosters to actually meet the requirements. This is what I'm trying to say. So I can go on and on and on, but I think this is going to be a very nice intro in the Rise of Kingdom and a good approach you can have for this game. So far, this will be for this video. Here I'm going to put one other video that it can be interesting for you. If you want to support the video, hit one like. If you want to support the channel, become a member. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.